Hey people, I'm back. Now, I've got so much to say, but I don't know how to phrase it, how to begin. But I'm gonna just let it flourish and let it flow out of whatever comes off the top of my head, and hopefully we'll make sense out of this conversation that we're having. I'll tell you what, guys. In a relationship, this is the subject, this is the matter, this is the area that I want to talk to you guys about. But first and foremost, as you can see below, as you can hear below, sorry, my son has so much to say because he's just copying his father. But before I sidetrack, I want to get back to my point. The point that I'm trying to make is this, guys. In a relationship, both spouses have expectations from each other. Now, one of the expectations that come to my attention was, I have an expectation from my partner for her to know and understand my needs, my wants, and my communication style and how I think. Now, this is where we go wrong. Because not in every single situation and instance that our partner will get things right. Because they're not mind readers. They can't know what you want and how you think without you actually telling them, without you actually communicating to them verbally. And that's a two-way thing. I'll tell you what, later on in life, you may discover what your partner wants without talking, without communicating. But that's later on because you've understood each other. You've talked about it in the past and previous tense. Sorry, guys. Son? Go and get your dummy. Quick, quick, quick. Yeah, so as I was saying to you guys out there, 1 second. We have an expectation from our partners for them to understand our way of thinking. The only way that they're going to understand our way of thinking and know what we want and what we're after is if we verbally say it to them, but this has to be done with tact, without shouting at them, without screaming at them, without yelling, swearing, and so forth. It has to be done so tactfully for them to actually understand and appreciate us and really commit to us. This is what I'm trying to get at, guys. Things are not so clear cut. Sometimes people speak in a language where you would expect them to understand you. So say for example, someone is very experienced in a field and they're using certain languages with you and you have no experience, no insight whatsoever in terms of what the hell are they talking about. Like say for example, an IT terminologies, IT language has its own, every field has its own language and its own terminology. And if you try to talk like that way to a novice, to someone who doesn't even know the area, know the subject, they're going to be very confused, my friend. You've got to break things down. This is the thing that we tend to bring into the relationship, whoever it may be with people, we tend to bring in that kind of understanding where we expect them to know how we think and expect them to understand us, which is far beyond the case, my dear friend. This is the thing that I'm trying to point out. So if you want to improve the quality of your relationship and your communication and your expectations, you have to express it. You have to express it with clarity to your partner so next time that they understand. I'll give you an example from my own personal experience. Sometimes my wife, not sometimes, majority of the time my wife prepares so much food for me to eat. Now I like my food a certain way. Sometimes she gets it right, sometimes she doesn't. The times that she doesn't get it right is when I've not expressed myself. Baby, I like my tea warm but not boiled, for example. I like my food not too salty, just a bit. I like my sugar, my tea, 1 sugar, 1 tablespoon of sugar, not 2. Things like that, small little, things like that. You have to express and communicate it clearly to your partner what you like. Don't expect them to know what you like. And this goes without saying to so many different areas of life when you're dealing with people, whether it be intimacy, whether it be, just on a one-on-one coaching, training, or just in a work-based environment. You have to express yourself in that way where it's so clear that both of you are on the same page. If you want to get things done and you know why ain't things getting done, well, one of many reasons could be that you expect that this person to know what you're after. Majority of failed communication is due to expectations. When you have an expectation of a person and it's not met, you can easily blame them. You can easily kick up a fuss, kick up an argument, rather than actually, being clear in terms of what it is that you want from the person. Does that make sense? Because I hope it makes sense, because I was trying to figure that out and phrase it and communicate it to you guys so it can make sense. Now, that was my rant for today. And I'm going to leave it on that until I go on and just drift off into a different topic or what have you. And we'll leave that for another day or another hour or what have you. So, until then, take care, stay strong, pose, no, not pose, just kidding there, stay strong, take care, stay focused, and always live to learn to empower, inspire and improve the lives of many, as well as self. Bye for now. You know what, guys, sorry, I got a bit tongue twisted, but you know what, as long as you guys get the message, as long as you guys get the gist, then we're all okay.